For centuries, the reach of a government ended exactly where its geography did. A law stopped at the border. If you built a physical product in a specific country and kept it there, you only had to worry about that country's specific rules. Artificial intelligence exists as digital code, a medium that ignores traditional maps by design. An algorithm can be born on a server cluster in California or developed in a tech hub in Shenzhen, and yet, mere milliseconds later, process data and answer queries from a user sitting in Paris. So if that AI causes harm in Europe, but its creator is sitting halfway across the globe, whose rules actually apply? Regulating this digital flow requires a shift in legal focus, moving away from where a company is based and toward where its technology has an effect. The European Union wrote that shift into the AI Act. Specifically, Article 2 outlines exactly who is caught in its net. The text explicitly ignores where an engineer lives or where a corporate headquarters is registered. Instead, the law is triggered entirely by the system's link with the Union. If the tech touches the European market, the rules apply. It establishes a few key roles. First is the provider. That's the entity that develops the AI and places it on the market under its own name. Then there's the deployer. This is the professional user, the company or organization that actually puts the AI to work under its own authority. By assigning these roles, the law stops caring about where the code was originally typed out and zeroes in on who is putting that code in front of European citizens. This brings us to a specific mechanism in Article 2 that targets foreign companies holding absolutely no physical footprint in Europe. Imagine a company outside Europe building an AI tool to screen job applications. A European firm purchases and uses that foreign AI for its hiring pipeline. Because the outputs are utilized inside the Union, that foreign provider instantly falls under the AI Act. Political scientists and lawyers call this phenomenon the Brussels effect. By gatekeeping access to the European market, Article 2 creates a powerful incentive for foreign developers to align their global standards with these rules. While that reach is broad, Article 2 does mark out specific immune safe zones. First, it ignores sovereign powers. Systems used exclusively for military, defense, and national security are exempt. It also spares the lab and the living room. Purely scientific research and development, along with casual, non-professional personal use, stay outside the law's grip. There is also a carve-out for free and open-source AI models, which are generally allowed to bypass these compliance checks. But that open-source immunity has a limit. If those open models are used for prohibited practices, classified as high risk, or fall under specific transparency rules, the legal shield evaporates. The AI Act actively avoids interfering with state security or raw science, keeping its focus on commercial and public deployment. Finally, this new rulebook doesn't erase the old ones. The AI Act has to coexist with existing technology laws. If an AI processes personal information, it must simultaneously obey the strict privacy rules of the GDPR, layering one compliance framework on top of another. Of all the products crossing into the European market, the algorithm is the only traveler waved through without needing a physical visa. But the moment that algorithm's answers land in the EU, the creator is bound by European law. Geography stopped being a legal defense the day Article 2 was written. Going forward, global tech companies will have to account for European standards from the moment they begin to build.